I don't think you've ever seen a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy like this before. This right here is the Heat Boys HB0014 TMNT Michelangelo, and it is the perfect convergence of two of my favorite fandoms, Ninja Turtles and Gundam. Now, this isn't the first TMNT figure from Heat Boys in this line, as last year, the company made a splash with the Leonardo figure. It is pretty cool, and the Mikey figure does a damn good job continuing the idea of this series. Out of the box, Mikey is an impressively hefty piece of precision engineering with a surprising amount of die-cast metal throughout his body. I don't know what it is about this material, but whenever I feel a liberal amount of cool to the touch die-cast on a figure, it just automatically makes me happy. Then you've got a beautiful paint job on top of that, an overall fantastic imagining of what a Mikey mecha would look like if we saw that in the cartoons, and a terrific amount of articulation. It's a figure that feels as good as it looks, and I couldn't wait to start playing with it. So let's talk about the accessories. You're getting an entire arsenal with Mikey, and each weapon is beautifully detailed. His trademark nunchaku look like spent nuclear fuel rods connected by a massive chain, and I had a ton of fun incorporating these into fun poses. Then you've got a pair of power rifles, which I haven't been able to pose in his hands like regular guns, but I did use the included pegs to turn them into wrist cannons. A little War Machine inspiration if you see where I'm going. Moving on, you've got several missile launcher pods. The one pair has a hinge door you can leave open or closed, while the other pair can be loaded and you can flick a switch to make them appear ready to launch. Speaking of missiles, you also get a ginormous pair of them, thermonuclear warheads you can mount on Mikey for when you want to turn Dimension X into a parking lot. Pretty cool stuff. Finally, there's a huge minigun you can mount on Mikey, which comes with spinning barrels. I unfortunately don't have the batteries on hand to demonstrate this. You don't get these with the figure, by the way, but even without that gimmick, it is a fantastically detailed accessory. That's a lot of stuff right there, but believe it or not, you can mount all of it onto Mecha Mikey. The figure comes with a number of pegs, and they can all be inserted into several ports scattered throughout its body. If you're not planning to do that, no stress, because you can cover up those unsightly ports with armor pieces, just in case you want a more streamlined appearance. It's a lot of fun figuring out how you want to display Mikey, but for me, the real charm here is on the small details scattered throughout this figure. I'm an absolute sucker for Easter eggs like this. You've got a shell with graffiti on it, an opening section where you can put a tiny Mikey inside, and missiles decorated with cheeky catchphrases. You've got the Gundam influence with technical layouts spread across the frame, a hairstyle for Mikey made out of exposed cables, and a headset that looks like it was made in a Soviet Union military base. Small touches like this aren't just fun to discover, they're a shining example of a company being genuinely passionate about the time-honored franchise they're putting their creative stamp on. And did I mention you can activate Mikey's LEDs by using a slice of magnetic pizza? I freaking love this. And right now, I cannot wait to see what the full line is going to look like when the whole gang is here. Heat Toys is taking its time with each figure, but I think it's going to be worth the wait. When I get a collectible that embodies the character and the spirit of a pop culture icon, it's something that I'll always treasure and proudly display in my home. I've had a blast working out poses, going from Bruce Lee inspired action to all out war, and the beauty of this figure is that if I ever get bored, I can easily switch things up. I think that's all I need to say right now about this figure, but if you have any questions, drop them below and I'll do my best to answer them for you. For now, I'm just going to leave some B-roll here of the various poses I cooked up, and I hope you enjoy them. I hope they inspire you in turn. I hope they give you a few ideas for your collection if you get this Mikey figure. See you around, folks.
Turtles.